Hello everyone, welcome to this week's edition of CANrace. I'm your host Bryce Turner. On Saturday, the NASCAR Pinty Series will head to Autodrome Chaudiere for round 3 on the season, and Alex Labbe has something to look forward to. The Quebec driver in his second full season with Go Fast Racing Canada. In the last time out at Delaware, Labbe took the victory. Now he'll return to his home track where he took his first career win last year. We spoke with Labbe about Chaudiere, his recent runs in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and more. I'm joined now by Alex Labbe. Last year, you took home your first career Pinty Series win at your home track of Autodrome Chaudiere. What does that victory mean to you?
Oh, it means a lot. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to get our first win in front of my home crowd, and it was fun for the team too because we had a strong run early in the season, but just couldn't capitalize to get a win and to get a first win down there on a track I really like and in front of my home crowd. Like I was saying, it was pretty unique.
How was that battle with Alex Labbe in the closing laps?
Oh, yeah, it was pretty fun. I mean, the last 25 laps we went back and forth for the lead, so it was something special. It was. I've had pretty good battle before for a win, but never as intense as that one because it lasts for the last 25 laps.
What is your favorite thing about Chaudiere?
I think the atmosphere is pretty good. I mean, the fans are really close to the track, and I mean the track layout is pretty awesome. It's got pretty high bank, progressive banking, so you can run the bottom, you can run the top like with Caden. I mean, sometimes I was on the top, sometimes I was on the bottom, and I mean we gave a pretty good show, anywhere on the bottom or on top.
What is the biggest challenge of racing there?
Biggest challenge is probably to make the car turn in the middle pretty good because it's a pretty tight track. It's got a lot of bank, but the corners are really tight, so you gotta have a good car in the middle of the corner to rotate the middle. So that's majorly what we work on. And I mean, you gotta have a racy car too, because in the race you pass a lot of cars, and it's you pass a lot of lap cars too, because you gotta be able to get by these lap cars pretty good, because you're gonna a third of a mile track like this is you lap race cars in like 20-25 laps, so you gotta be pretty good in traffic.
And you're into your second full season now with Go Fast Canada. Having that first year under your belt, how will that help you and your team improve this season?
During off season, we worked a lot with the team and trying to find what we were missing last year. We got some new crew guys. We have a new crew chief. We got Mario Gosselin on board all year, so that's going to help us a lot too, for sure.
Mario Gosselin, you mentioned, who you raced for a few times in the Xfinity Series. How was it racing in that series?
Oh, it's pretty fun. I mean, it's something special. It's on bigger track for sure, and I mean it's in a NASCAR world in the United States, so it's you're racing with a lot of guys you grew up watching on TV, and it's pretty special, and it's pretty fun because it's some, like last week I raced in Charlotte, and it's a really fast track. It's probably the fastest mile and a half there is, so it's something special to go race down there and then come back on a short track. It's fun.
Do you have any other plans for racing this season in Xfinity?
We don't know yet. Now we're really concentrating on our Pinty stuff. We want to win a championship this year. We're really putting a lot of efforts in it. So now we're really gonna put all our efforts on that program. But I mean, later in the season, we're probably gonna go run some more Xfinity.
And being affiliated with the Cup team, Go Fast, how are these two teams connected?
I mean, we talk a little bit. I mean, it's kind of obvious. Both cars are really different, so there's not a lot of stuff we can really help with, but there's maybe sometimes like material stuff, and they can share with us, and they can get us some stuff that they got down there in North Carolina that's not as accessible here. So it surely helps.
What are your future goals in racing?
For sure, I want to make it to race full time on the other side of the border in one of the national series. That's the plan, and we're working hard on it. Well, I mean, like I was saying, for this year, we're really working hard on we want to win the Pinty's championship and move on next year. That's the plan.
And looking to go back-to-back at Chaudiere coming up. Alex Labbe, thanks for speaking with me.
Thanks a lot.
It's time now for a look at the schedule for Saturday's event. Practice will take place from 1:30 to 2:30, while qualifying will start at 4:15 and the race itself taking place at 8 o'clock, the CRS Express 300. This past weekend, the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series competed at Pocono Raceway in Pennsylvania, and the race saw a close finish between Ryan Blaney and Kevin Harvick as the two battled for the lead in the closing laps. Blaney able to hold off Harvick to take his first career Cup victory. CANrace's Caitlin Patrick was at the track to take in the event as a spectator. Here's a look at her report from the Tricky Triangle.
Hey CANrace fans, I'm Caitlin Patrick and I'm here at one of the most unique tracks on the NASCAR circuit. Welcome to Pocono Raceway.
Straight away. Get ready to stand up. Cheer on your favorites. We are at Pocono, USA. This is the Pocono 400.
NASCAR features a mess of different tracks from superspeedways to road courses, but Pocono is the only one that has 3 turns, giving the track its distinct shape. Hidden away in the Pocono Mountains of Pennsylvania, the track gets its tricky nickname because it has different levels of banking in all 3 of its turns. NASCAR races have always had a reputation for throwing crazy wild parties. There are concerts and free block parties, but there are also multiple tailgate and campground parties every single night. The NASCAR community is a very large group of people from all around the world where driver loyalty and sponsorship runs deep. On race weekends, the Pocono Raceway becomes one of the most highly populated places in Pennsylvania. Unlike other sports, it's super easy to meet your favorite drivers at the track, see them at one of hundreds of driver appearances, or grab a pit paddock pass and you'll be right in the middle of all the race day action. NASCAR is a sport with such a rich, illustrious history. Everywhere you look, no matter what track you're at, racing history was made there. And nothing beats seeing your favorite driver in victory lane.
Thanks so much for that report, and glad to hear that you had a great weekend. And meanwhile, as mentioned, the NASCAR Pinty Series, they'll be at Autodrome Chaudiere, and we've got you covered here on CANrace. While we won't be at the track, we will still provide live updates on social media throughout the event, so check back for that, and also be sure to visit our website at canrace.wordpress.com. Thanks for watching this week's show. I'm your host, Bryce Turner. Have a great day.